password is made for. You know, it's not just everybody that we don't have free opening and just go through everything. So that's how we run. Everybody understand that go through the data interface.
That was perfect. Are you recording now?
Yes.
You are?
Recording live. Online.
Okay, I won't worry about it. I won't worry. It's fine. Record. Okay. So, this is excellent. I'm so glad we're workshopping this because now we have the issue of security, right? So, yes, if you put something on the Pi, anyone can log in and download it, okay? So we use usually that are open source, and we're happy to have people use it. You know, the Bible on there, and if anybody wants to sneak in and download the Bible, that is fantastic news, okay? However, what if you have something that you want to have be private? So for example, if I am a chemistry teacher and I have a wonderful examination, and with the questions and the answers for my colleagues. So I want to share this wonderful chemistry examination with all the colleagues who are teaching chemistry. So maybe even after I retire, you can still have access to it. Well, we don't want the children. Can we turn that ringer off, please? We don't want the children to be able to see the answers, okay? So there's a number of different ways to address this. And the way that I recommend is to password protect the actual documents. So let me show you. I'm going to make this just a little, you know, the larger it gets, the lighter it is. But I think you'll be able to see. Okay? And if you want to, well, you won't want to. Okay. So this program's a little different than Microsoft Word, but it's all the word processing software has this capacity. You saw that I took these notes, right? So I went up to File. Well, it's way over here. And now, and I show you how to do this, but it's a little different in Word. So I'm going to go to export to, I'll make it a PDF. You see, you have all these choices of different formats. It can be PDF, Word, EPUB, plain text, text, image. So if you want to learn what each one does, let me know. But the best one is PDF, right? PDF is, as you know, works the most easily on the most gadgets. So I'm going to choose PDF. Can you see? It's highlighted. Okay. Click it. And then I'll make this a little bigger, I hope. No, it won't let me. But anyway, it says here, require password to open. Okay? So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to say the password is the pastor. And I'm going to verify it as the pastor. And I'll say like, who is blessing us this morning. Oh, that might be too obvious, but that's my little hint. Okay? So now I'm saving it, and I'm just going to put it on my downloads, and I'll just say test with password. So now I've saved it. Later, during a break, we'll upload it to the Pi, we'll connect, you'll try to download it, and it will say, what's the password? And say, I don't remember. It'll have the hint, it'll say, who blessed us this morning on the pastor. And then you can open it, right? Okay. Perfect, good, okay, yeah. So have you, yeah, go ahead.
Why don't we do this? Remember we started something a year ago. We can create a clip. It's about file sharing, which is important to all of these things that you guys are doing, not just in this case. We can have a video of the process for file sharing, and we just put it in a place for you guys to see, put it in the platform, and then you can always access it. Right?
And in fact, I made pardon.
Yeah, no.
I made the first 5 videos, which are in a playlist, and I was thinking we'll review them. They're on YouTube, right? You've seen them. And I can see how many people have seen them too.
Playbook.
Right.
We're trying to create a playbook. Imagine you are new, or even if you have been doing this for a while, for reason you can't reach, anyone. You can't reach a member of your cluster, you can't reach somebody, you can't reach us. And then we want to create a playbook that we can make available to every one of you. You can go there and look at page 4, page 5, or it's about 5 sharing. Oh, okay, let me go and see how that is done. So you can self-train. I think that's where we're going with this. Right.
So that was fantastic, and maybe even you guys will make video number 6 for our playlist, and can feature how to do file uploads and file downloads, so we can hand that baton off to the mentors. Yeah, and then you'll be famous on YouTube, even more famous. Okay, great start. Group 2, come on up.
David from the Goho. So apart from uploading content on the beach bar to teach the students, and also to learn from the content, and also apart from file sharing, our students have been able to benefit a lot from the beach bar. Like the name there's what we call Car Academy, where we have different syllabus for different subjects, and they'll be able to learn different topics, different subjects like mathematics, physics, computer studies. So let me talk about a little bit. So we've been able to teach them using this kind of academy and other content on it to learn some apps, how to navigate apps on the computer system. Like for instance, Microsoft Suite apps on it, how to navigate through the windows of Microsoft Suite apps like Excel, how to learn formulas on Excel, how to do a lot of things with it, and also PowerPoint, how to present, how to use the PowerPoint application to present. So our students are able to benefit from that. And also, they when they use it, they will come back again to check their progress, to check whether have I been able to learn this thing correctly? Okay, what have I been able to do with this? So they'll be able to do that as well. So those are some of the things we have been doing with this good try. And also my colleague will come in there also.
Also to buttress what he has said, the Khan Academy comes with a question and answer section. Actually, that section has helped the students alone in the process of assessing their knowledge, the knowledge gained so far. So when you are given, you go through a task, and almost immediately you are seeing the feedback on what you have done. You'll be encouraged to do more. So the curiosity level of the student has increased better than what it used to be before the arrival of Rich Pi in my school. Then also there was a time I stumbled on some students. They were actually playing game, meaning that they have actually even gone beyond what we have taught them. So they can navigate all through the Great Pi on their own, which has helped them with independent study too. There was a time I was with, we have two computer teachers in my school. He's one, and we have another person. So the other person was taking the student. Then I had him saying, he wanted to take them coding scratch. So we explored together, we saw it, but the content needs to be upgraded. Mr. Goke?
Yeah.
The
I'll
content
talk to
needs
you about
to
that.
be
Yeah.
upgraded because the students, they've gone past that level. So I think that's all.
That was excellent. That was excellent. Well, actually, I just want to, we do have some questions. Go ahead and have a seat, guys. Okay. So, wow. This is so great. I'm so glad we structured the workshop so we could come together to do this practice. Okay. I just want to highlight, you see I took some notes, some of the especially excellent things that happened. And the first one, as I said last night, we have this thing called a piggyback ride. You do this with your kids, so it's like you put your kid when you're a parent and you ride them around. I don't know why it's called piggyback, but piggyback for some reason is this expression where you take what came before you and you get on top of it. So did you see the way group 2, they began by referencing group 1 and then he smoothed into it. They talked, I can say that, smoothly went into it. He talked about what group 1 had done in file sharing, and he said, just like they said, that was beautiful to have this, that handoff, right? So, and your intro was very clear. Now, there is one thing I want to caution you about. It's so complicated. There's so many elements. So you can get stuck trying to explain Khan Academy. You can get stuck trying to explain a coding game to a noob, right? So what I want you guys to do during the intro is to say, and you look back and look forward. And you can say, later today, you will learn about this thing called Khan Academy, which takes like 45 minutes to explain well, right? And you'll have a chance to do it hands-on. So for now, just know there's this thing coming, but I want you to know that, and these are amazing quotes that you said, literally, our students have benefited, curiosity level has increased, your students have gone beyond what you've taught them and helped them with their independent study. I mean, any parent who hears that about where their child is going to school is going to be so happy. Any headmaster who hears a teacher say, oh, my students are going beyond what I do independently, that's fantastic. So those things really stood out to me. And again, when you're presenting, try not to be tempted to explain every single thing, because you'll never get back to your main point. Okay, questions here.
We have any questions? Any remark for them? Yeah? No?
Including you, you're welcome to say, hey, that was pretty good. Yeah, you're everyone welcome. Yeah. Also, ladies in the back, Adelaide, we're open.
Let me, I'm just, I don't want to prejudge the answer. Is there something that you can think of where you can make a connection between the file sharing and the enrichment that Group 2 presented? Is there something for those of us who were educators as a teacher? Is there something you can see where sharing file can be beneficial to the enrichment that you provide to your students in the classroom? Think of some ways to do it. Remember when you share the file, and you share the file with your students? Is it possible? If it's possible to share it and you want to give me self-study, because I have the independence, I've gone beyond what you taught me, right? Is there a way you can share a file of the content that provides enrichment to me so I can have that independent study? Is it possible? That's what I'm talking about. You see, sharing the file is what we heard from one group. Talking about enrichment is also what we heard from that group. So if I'm going to provide independence because I've come here and I presented by saying my students have gone beyond, so I don't have to provide remediation anymore. I'm providing enrichment to them, right? Because that person now is self-sufficient, can do self-study, correct? So I can share that file with that student or a cluster of students. I can even create a team of students to do independent project, to enrich their mind, to let them continue to explore on their own. Does that make sense? And that's the benefit of what we're giving. There's so much you can do with this stuff. So it's one thing to use it as a resource in terms of doing research. There's another way to use it as an instructional tool. You see what we're doing? Is it possible to have your bridge path, connected to something here, right? And then to use it, if I don't know write, and you want to teach me how to write, correct? Is it possible for you to project some type of writing, like we have now, and you're saying to me the introductory part of an essay is, this is how you go. You get me involved, right? You go to the body of it, that's what we call it, the body of the essay. Looking at the seeds to writing the essay, and develop it and show it to me. This is how you do the conclusion of the essay. Am I making sense? Yes. So if you show it to me, the next time you say, oh, by the way, Patrick, take a look at the model I showed you the other day, which we can pull back up, and then I want you to write your own. Isn't that the way to continue to explore? You see the relationship? You see how much we can do with this? It's not just enough to have the bridge path. There's so much we can do with the bridge path. And that's what we're hoping you do. You've started the work by talking about it. I just want to make sure I can have you make the connection that way. Does that make sense? Well,
yeah, so you can think of at least 4 different ways to use resource as a teacher, right? The same goes for the bridge pie. So number 1 is the enrichment, like we've heard, where you say to students, you want to go ahead and learn more, come after school, you can go, okay? As Dr. mentioned, you can also use it for remediation. Oh, you're having a hard time understanding cellular respiration. You should come at lunch and watch these Khan Academy videos. I want to catch you up. Also, some teachers do not want to use this when the students are in the room. Because when this thing isn't working, or you have a technological, we call a snafu, a mess up, and the students start getting a little moving around, distracted, some teachers they just can't do it while they're teaching. That's okay, and they can evolve. There's a lot on there that you can just look at as a teacher, like, oh, I'm teaching cellular respiration next week. Let me see how they do it in South Africa. Let me see if there's a good graph that I can use. And then also the most challenging thing, which is to use it during whole class instruction. And we haven't really given you the proper technology for that. You need speakers, you need a good projector, you need curtains, but we're thinking of getting there, okay? We have a lot of goals and dreams. So let's have our group 3 of 3. Okay, yes, that's right. Oh, and I'll make this available to you. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I want to appreciate that.
Okay, before we go, Doctor, remember we have our CAC grammar school.
What is that?
Sure, that's right.
yeah.
Okay, good morning.
Thank you. The bridge pie as the name of our story is Bishop Falope Memorial Secondary School, Initial. We operate this, and the bridge pie is well in use in the 2 campuses of the school. And we have been able to achieve a few things with the bridge pie, with our teachers and our students. For example, apart from the materials that are already on the bridge pie, we have been able to upload new materials in all the subjects, 1st term, 2nd term, and 3rd term, as it's been said in Nigeria. It's possible for each teacher, when the students are not there, the teacher want to prepare for lessons, just go into the bridge pie, check the topic. Let's say, for example, the teacher wants to teach a subject like matter in basic science. just to go to the bridge by, read up the whole thing there, go to Khan Academy, watch the video, and know the exact places where those things can be accessed. And the teacher will prepare the lesson and go to class, teach it. So whatever point that the students do not get clear, so the students have the access to come back to that material on the video one on Khan Academy, and also the Microsoft Word format that is there. The student can watch the video and also read up the lesson. They can read it over and over since they have the tablet with them. They come at any time to pick up. For example, in order to make it friendly with the students, what we do is that we have a prefect, a library prefect in the school, a student, a senior student. We already trained the students on how to set it up. The only duty that we have is to ensure that those materials are well charged and well protected. So she just sets it up in the morning, and whenever the student wants to use it in any of the classes, they just come to take the tab and connect it. And virtually in our school, I won't say all of them, but many of our students know how to connect the tablet to the bridge pad. Many of them know how to do it. You don't need to even bring a student and start teaching the student. They teach themselves. The senior will teach the junior. Even classmates, they teach themselves. We have been able to achieve that. And also, students can read up lessons later after the class. They can read it up. You can even form their own notes from the note that is there. They can form their own personal notes for their consumption when they get home to read, and when they get back to school, because we don't allow them to take the tablets home. Even if they download, even if the bridge bar is not on, it's a PDF file or Microsoft Word file, they are already downloaded on the device. So without even the connection of the bridge bar, they will still be able to hold the tablet and access it, go to downloads, tell them they go to downloads, they go to where it is, and without even connecting, they'll be able to use it. We have seen, like last week I was going through some of what I was preparing when we were preparing to come for this training. I was just going through some tablets. My own is that most of the time, once they put them together, we put them somewhere and we go. But I on them one after the other. I was seeing some fantastic designs that the students did. They did graphic design on it. They did flyers for the school on the tablet. But so the next assignment, when we get back home, there is to go and even upload those designs on the bridge bar, so that they will be able to access it. Any other student that is coming will see that somebody have already done something. What we have been able to achieve also is, as soon a student is not in school on Monday and we teach a topic, so we can just bring a camera to the class and record it at the lesson. Once we record the lesson on the bridge by the student, if it comes on Tuesday, we can be able to access the class. We make videos of the lesson and still be able to access the class. And also we have been able to group set break them into groups. What they do is, if something is not clear to one about the bridge pipe, can be able to consult others to
thank you. Thank you, Dr. My Reverend has said everything, but in addition to what he said, what I do mostly in my campus at times, like SSC, we do teach SSC on Saturdays, mathematics. So despite that we've uploaded the curriculum from first time, second time, and third time on the bridge pipe for all subjects, like more than 20 subjects. Each subject has like 10 to 13 and 10 to 11 pages. The topics broken down. So we uploaded everything on it, but majorly I handle mathematics. So these LSTD students, among them, I group them into teams. On Saturday, I will ask them to come down with their answers. So from one topic to another, they will download the mathematics. Not only mathematics, I remember physics, chemistry, economics, and they love watching video on it, especially the calculation aspect. But the little challenge that I had, when I went back to our school, I first trained like 3 teachers. Number one, computer teacher, Femi, because it was so difficult for me. Because in our school, there are more than 300, like 320 something, and the teachers, I think they are up to 27 or 28. So later, when I found it difficult for me to train them, I had to call my reverend that this is the challenge, one of the challenges that I'm facing. And he ordered that should come down to the second camp. So my reverend has said everything. So that's what we did.
I wish to just also share a beautiful thing that happened. I teach chemistry.
Oh.
And there is a topic in chemistry, redox reactions. It's one of the hardest topics in chemistry for SSC. Balancing of redox equation. In fact, I told my student that I left secondary school, I was in 200 level in the university before I could know how to balance the redox equation. So what I did was, I went to Khan Academy, I looked at the topic, balancing redox equation in acidic and alkaline medium. I read it, I watched the videos, and I asked them to go and watch before I even came to class. My dear people, when I got to class after 2 days, and I was intentionally making mistakes on the board. So that I will know whether they have learned something just like Bob did to us.
Just the toggle on the back.
Yes, exactly. I intentionally made mistakes on the board, and those students, they were pointing, they are calling my attention. They know you made a mistake here. That was not what we watched on the camera. Thank you, sir.
Man.
Please, Daddy, you have something to say? Please.
If there was, we have time for
From you? We have time. From you, no. From him, yes.
I think we should just celebrate.
Yes.
You know, I'm so glad for sitting here and hear what I've heard. So what I'm just saying now is we've even gone beyond our legal expectation. You know, because from what from the presentation of the All Saints to the Co-Boys to yours, I see that we have kind of expand the horizon of the study parameters. Yes. Because now I see we have helped to evolve, the study and the team plan from where it used to be. Because when you were talking about how you take this program and you go into the video, you watch the video, you allow the student to come, they read what you have to read, the teacher's notes, and they have to go to the video. I kind of compare it to when we were in school, doing physics. We were limited to principle of physics. That is the only book we used to have, to study physics, except the teacher's note. So you just study between the teacher's note and the principle of physics. But right now the horizon has been widened. You can even go and watch video, which make the explanation, introduction, and the teaching now more educative. So I really salute the advancement and you have allowed this big by to go.
Thank you so much. It's just amazing to have to sit here and hear going on. So much and mental notes, you name it. But I want to employ you. That's what we want you to do for us when we have everyone here. Precisely what you're doing now. There will be a lot of questions. We want you to please help us to address those questions, to let them understand a lot of the wonderful things that you've done with this stuff. And there is more to come. I can guarantee you. And in terms of motivating you to do more, I'm not going to spill anything. I'll leave that to my pastor. You will get to hear more about that later. So I just want to I want to appreciate you. And I'll tell you something else. I see teamwork. I see how, and I'm not surprised because, see, I know if I reach my reverend here, whatever it is I discuss with him, I know he goes to him. And I see that with the women. I don't call you boys, man. So this is a relationship, and you can't take that away. But when we went to the secretariat, we saw that between each other. They could finish other sentence. I want you to please encourage all of the other folks that are coming up to do that, so that we can continue to elevate them. And we promise whatever you need, we'll continue to support.
Okay, great. That's great. So when we have the rest of the people here, we'll be ready to show your, yeah, you can have a seat. We'll show your chip with the file sharing and what you've uploaded. We'll put in your chip. But I'm not done yet. Almost. We'll wrap it up and then we'll have a break. Okay? But can we have that door open or shut, please? Can we have that door open or shut? Come on in, you're welcome.
Please come in.
But then shut the door, please.
Let's close it up.
Fine, you're welcome, please.
Just take a seat. Okay, we're good. Go ahead.
Okay. You're welcome. We'll greet you more shortly, but I really want to finish up this lesson and then have a break. So good morning. Okay. And this will be confusing for you, but that's the way it is. Okay. I really need that door to open or shut. I have a problem where with the squeaking of that door, I can't think. I want to go get UD40 and spray it. Okay, let's talk about some great things those guys just did. Okay, first of all, you can see up there I put, for example. Very helpful, right? When you're saying something confusing to a new person, they don't know what you're talking about, and then they hear, for example, they go, oh, okay, a concrete example. Okay, so always do that if you can. Mention we've been able to upload new materials that are well matched to our school. Fantastic, we've heard that before. But now we have a new twist, because this was the first time anybody mentioned that they're using both features, okay? Remember, it's a digital library, it's a tool with many functions. Number one, it's a digital library loaded with content that I chose and that we have been adding to and subtracting for you, okay? Including Khan Academy, okay? They've also been able to upload materials, Nigerian materials, and also specific materials from your school, such as teachers giving a lecture. And then they use both, right? Both the materials. So it's great that you're going to start off talking about uploading materials, and you guys are going to mention Khan Academy. And then number 3 will talk about using both. That's fantastic. Okay, when I grew up, I never heard a teacher say, I would like to make it friendly to the students. For some reason, they were just busy trying to make me not run. So to hear you say, in order to make it friendly to the students, wow, that's nice. And if I was back home in Brooklyn thinking about the school in my home village, and I thought, wow, the teachers are trying to make it friendly and welcome for people. And you set it up in the morning and they come early on their own initiative to learn, wow. But I'm a teacher, I don't want to run that every morning. I'm so busy getting ready for my day. But wait, what? They come and they've learned how to do it themselves. Many of our students know how to connect. We haven't talked about having a tech team, but it's nice to have a tech team. And it has a little song, and it just goes like this. We are the tech team, the mighty tech team. We are the tech team, the mighty tech team. If you want. They teach each other. Now that's also important because the old British course method that we all inherited from the king was the teacher knows everything, the students know nothing, and then you spoon feed them and you hope that they someday on an exam can push back what the teacher told them. Well, that's not the way things are in 2026. We collaborate, we teach each other. That's very, very good. They've downloaded the materials on the tablets. We haven't discuss that. You don't need to have the bridge Pi on all the time, right? You can upload materials onto the Pi, someone can connect. PDFs and small things can be saved on my phone, but a video like the Khan Academy, some of those things you can't. Although we have some CS guys who are going to figure out how to crack that and download the files and get it anyway. Oh, and then you found out students were designing flyers for your school, making a media for the school. They upload those designs on and everyone can access. I know we have a break soon, but I really wanted to talk, especially to the ladies, and especially to the people who care girls. We all know about girls in West Africa who are great students, and then their family needs them in the provinces, and they have to go take care of their uncle or their grandfather, and they come back and do a math, and they can never catch up again, right? Breaks my heart. Well, like we said, we can address absenteeism, and you can say, "Oh, Fatima, welcome back." Cellular respiration, but or sine, cosine, whatever. But here, come on Saturday, watch these videos. We'll get you caught up. You can rejoin the class because some girls never catch. I'm telling you like you don't know. But of course, as we all know, some girls never catch up. Boys too, but we all know how more common that is with girls. Almost done. Oh, right. So 3 is going. We'll have that every lesson ready to show. They won't be able to hear it so well, but we'll show the very one you were discussing. Then you can also mix in some teacher tricks, right? Like intentionally making a mistake to see if you can catch anybody, which is what I did to you earlier. So I'm glad you adjusted the hidden toggle on the back of your and then lastly, thank you, Pastor, for pitching in. Talk about expanding the horizons. That's wonderful. So Patrick, do you want to outline the break?
No, we just want to take 10
Oh, sorry, forgot. We have a comment from Warren.
I have a comment or a question?
Okay, Warren.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. I really want to say thanks to these young people. I think they've done extremely well.
Young people, you mean me?
They've done extremely well. When I listen to what our daddy said, it's like these guys have gone beyond what we were expecting them. I really want to say thank you so much as you are helping Sierra Leone. I know that this has a long way to go with our kids in order for them to do well in their academic area. Just a guide in forward. There is a target in as much as you are dealing with a particular school. At least try to know the number of kids in the entire school, because you have a target. This is not only for a particular class or level you are addressing. You really want to ensure that the entire school gets a knowledge of the bridge Pi, because if a particular school comes to know almost everything, I am telling you, a particular state in Nigeria will everything having to do with the bridge Pi. Because going to a particular home, this child has to explain. Trust me, even the parents will come to know everything about the bridge Pi, even though the parents don't attend that very school. So let's try to know each class how many kids are there, how many have explored this system, and at least they've got the knowledge. Go to the other class, how many kids have got it, because not only maybe 5 kids you really want to pay attention on, because all I've heard, all of these have been happening, but we did not mention exactly how many kids exactly you are able to get right. It's just open. All right? So I'm guiding that going forward, let's try to get some data, and then you'll be able to know if you have met onto your own target. Please, that's just my guide.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is actually, it turns out that we're going to be doing goal setting today, and we're going to want to do that with the entire population. Everybody will be involved in goal setting. The other thing that you talk about is how do we scale it? How do we scale the work? It's very progressive in nature. Remember, we started with 10 tablets in one school, 14 in another one. We came back, we came more. We're here now, we're doing a new, we're going to come back and give some more to you guys, so we'll continue to scale it. And the goal is, if we had not argued against increasing it beyond 16, we probably would have been talking about 25, 30. You know who wanted to do that? Our pastor. He wanted to increase from you here to here, but we have limitations. You know, we're all coming from all the way down there, you know, to get all these resources. We have to do it step by step, right? And so that's why, but we're getting there by the grace of God. We want to spend, we want you to please take a break. It's about, we'll call it actually 10:26. Let's take about 15 minutes break. When you come back, we'll do some talking again in preparation for the folks coming. Hopefully, by the time they come, we set up and then we're ready to go for the rest of the day. Make sense? Thank you. The 2 minutes downstairs, if you need to use it.